Okay, hi guys. Listen, I was on my way. Forgive my appearance. This is the day off from class, and it was the day that I actually left the house early to run errands, trying to get everything done. It's a very, very busy day for us. We have some important appointments today, and so I'm trying to get everything done. And I'm left early this morning to go run some grocery errands and headed out towards Afula in the Jezreel Valley area there. And on the way out to buy groceries, I looked up and I saw barley in a field. But it wasn't quite that simple. So I'm going to be honest that this is the time of the year that I start praying about barley. When I start seeing it along the roadside, I start looking forward to the time of year when we inspect barley, and I begin praying at this point for the Father to lead and guide my steps and the direction I travel and the things that I need to see, the things that I feel that He has prepared for His people to see. And I just want to say, that Abraham called him the maker of heaven and earth, and he still is. And anybody who thinks that they know what He's going to do doesn't know Him. They just don't, because that God that you read about, that Elohim that you read about from Genesis to Malachi, and all those mighty miracles and all the works, He's still that same Elohim. And He's the one that's in charge of His calendar. He didn't turn it over to anybody. He didn't turn it over to anything. It's still Him that runs the show. So I begin praying. It's for me, it is a lot of diligence, a lot of diligence, a lot of faithfulness, but a lot of faith that as long as I'm truly trying to understand what He's giving us and truly only saying what He shows me to say, that He's got the rest of it. And so I had begun praying this morning, okay, Father, where are you going to show us the first barley that's coming up out of the body with the fruiting head? They call it coming up out of the boot, but that's a modern agricultural term. If I tell you the fruiting body is coming out, fruiting head is coming out of the body, then it paints you a picture. So I was asking him, where am I going to see this, Father? It's probably going to be pretty soon. And I just want to see the timing that you're going to give us this year. Is it going to be at the end of the 11th month before we get into the 12th month? And as I've explained to you, when we have barley at the end of the 11th month, it gives me great comfort because I know that there's a chance, and probably a good chance, though it's not guaranteed, that we will have a 12-month year. So I'm praying this prayer, and I'm rubbernecking as I'm trying to drive in all the distant fields and all the places and trying to be aware of my surroundings. And I came around this one little corner and out in an area of fields landlocked between all the greenery was about, I'd say it was about 25 feet wide, and I would say it was the length of 3 football fields. It was quite a long, long strip. When my car was parked at one end of it and I was on the far end of it, I couldn't see my car. So it was quite some distance. And so that's what this video is. I want to show you what Elohim has provided for us to see here. At the end of the 11th month, the new moon is expected in 2 days. And so, as I've said before, that gives me great comfort. And I was quite joyful in the field and in the car when I came upon that sight. And I was praising Abba for His goodness. Let's take a look at the video.
Well, I didn't realize how bad the angle of the morning sun was on this field. So I've decided that we're going to fast forward this section of it as I head towards the other end of the field. Because you'll see once I get to that end of the field and I turn, the morning sun is then favorable for you to easily be able to see the new barley stalks or the new barley head. Also, by leaving in the section that we're playing double speed, really it's quadruple speed, you will be able to tell it's quite a distance to the other end. And I do say in the video taken in the field that it was only a couple of football fields. I had just walked down talking and looking at the barley. I wasn't really paying attention. As I walked back, I'm thinking, nah, this is more than 3 lengths of a football field. And then the last thing is that the only thing we're looking at here today is evidence of the fruiting heads of the barley coming out of the plant. And as I'm walking down, what you can't see because of the sun, is that the vast majority of the barley in this area was busy exiting its fruiting head, whether it was the tip of the plant or the full head. They were all busy coming out. There you go. This all here is pretty much wearing a fruiting head, or just in the process of coming out. I always say it looks like a breech birth because the head is here and the awns or the sticks come out first, and so it's like a baby being born feet first. Go a little further up here. And this is all wild barley. They've had a tractor down in here, almost fell. They've had a tractor down in here that's made ruts, but there's no domestic grains in there. So as you can see, all of this is barley. Hope you can see. Coming out of the body of the plant, the fruiting heads are, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Not every year do I see beautiful barley like yet last year. There was such a drought, but this year, look at that. Beautiful. I'm prejudiced, I know, but isn't that just beautiful? Look at all that barley. You turn back up through here. Every bit of that's coming up out of the plant. 25 feet wide with greenery on both sides. This is a legitimate field of barley coming out of the boot in our Father's timing. It is neither watered nor planted. It is neither heated by the asphalt nor gravel. This, my friends, is exactly what we ask the Father for. I ask the Father for every year, is a wild field of acceptable barley.